The early morning sun casts long shadows over the fertile fields of Birbhum, West Bengal. Dew glistens on the emerald green paddy leaves, and the air is thick with the scent of moist earth. This is where we find Raghunath, a man of the soil, walking barefoot through his ancestral land. His weathered hands, etched with the stories of seasons past, gently brush against the young shoots of rice. He is one with this land, his life inextricably intertwined with its rhythms and cycles. For generations, Raghunath's family has tilled this land. They have nurtured it, drawn sustenance from it, and passed it down as a sacred inheritance. The soil beneath his feet holds the memories of his forefathers, their laughter echoing in the rustling leaves, their struggles etched on the bark of ancient trees. Raghunath's connection to this land runs deep. It is more than just ownership. It is a bond forged in sweat, devotion, and the shared history of generations. Raghunath's day begins before sunrise. He greets the rising sun with a silent prayer, a gesture of gratitude for the life-giving energy that sustains his world. He walks through his fields, not just as a farmer surveying his property, but as a son visiting his parents, a devotee entering a sacred grove. Every inch of this land is familiar to him, every contour, every change in the texture of the soil. This is not just work for Raghunath, it is his life, his identity. He is a custodian of traditions passed down through generations, a keeper of ancient wisdom, a guardian of the delicate balance between man and nature. In his care, the land thrives, a testament to the enduring power of traditional Indian farming. For Raghunath, farming is not merely an occupation, it is a spiritual practice, a way of life deeply rooted in ancient wisdom. It is about understanding the interconnectedness of all things, the delicate balance between giving and taking. It is about respecting the rhythms of nature, living in harmony with the elements and honoring the earth as a sacred entity. Every action in Raghunath's farming practice is imbued with a deep sense of reverence. The tilling of the land, the sowing of seeds, the nurturing of plants, the harvesting of crops, all are acts of devotion, offerings made to the divine forces that govern the natural world. He sees the divine in every aspect of his farm, in the life-giving rain, the fertile soil, the bountiful sun, and the air that he breathes. Raghunath views farming as a sacred duty, a way to connect with his ancestors and the divine. He believes that by caring for the land, he is honoring their memory and ensuring the well-being of generations to come. This is not just agriculture, it is a spiritual practice, a form of worship that nourishes not just the body, but also the soul. His farming practices are a blend of ancient wisdom and practical knowledge. He understands the language of the land, the subtle cues that guide his decisions. He knows when to sow, when to reap, and when to let the land lie fallow, allowing it to rejuvenate naturally. This deep understanding is not found in textbooks. It is gained through years of experience, observation, and an intimate connection with the natural world. Raghunath's life is governed by the Bengali agricultural calendar, a system that has guided farmers like him for centuries. This calendar, deeply rooted in astronomy and the cycles of nature, dictates the rhythm of life on the farm. It determines the sowing and harvesting seasons, the festivals, and the religious observances. The year begins with the monsoon season, a time of renewal and rejuvenation. The arrival of the life-giving rain is greeted with joy and anticipation. It is during this time that Raghunath prepares his land for paddy cultivation, the most important crop of the region. The monsoon's rhythmic drumming on his thatched roof is not just the sound of rain, it is the heartbeat of life itself, a symphony that resonates with the very soul of Bengal. As the monsoon recedes, the land transforms into a tapestry of green. The air is alive with the chirping of crickets and the croaking of frogs. This is a time for careful monitoring of the crops, for protecting them from pests and ensuring their healthy growth. Raghunath walks through his fields, his trained eyes scanning for any signs of disease or infestation. Autumn brings with it the promise of a bountiful harvest. The air is filled with the golden hues of ripening paddy. It is a time for celebration, a time to reap the rewards of months of toil and dedication. The rhythmic thwack of sickles cutting through the stalks of rice is a melody that speaks of abundance and prosperity. The Bengali farming calendar is not just a tool for scheduling agricultural activities. It is a reflection of a way of life deeply connected to the rhythms of nature, a harmonious dance between man and the cosmos. Central to Raghunath's worldview is the goddess Annapurna, the Hindu deity of nourishment and sustenance. She is the provider of food, the embodiment of abundance, and the protector of farmers. Her presence is deeply felt in the life of every farmer, her blessing sought at every stage of the agricultural cycle. Before every sowing season, Raghunath offers prayers to Annapurna, seeking her blessings for a bountiful harvest. He believes that it is her grace that makes the land fertile, the rain fall, and the crops thrive. Her image, often depicted holding a golden ladle and a pot overflowing with rice, is a reminder of the abundance that she represents. For Raghunath, every grain of rice is a gift from Annapurna, a testament to her boundless generosity. He treats food with the utmost respect, for it is not just sustenance, it is divine grace made tangible. Wasting food is considered a grave offense, a sign of disrespect to the goddess and a disregard for the hard work of the farmer. The reverence for Annapurna extends beyond the individual farmer. She is worshipped in every village home, her blessings invoked during every meal. Her presence is a constant reminder of the importance of food, the dignity of labor, and the interconnectedness of all life. Annapurna is not just a deity, she is a symbol of the life-giving force that sustains all beings. She represents the abundance of nature, the generosity of the earth, and the importance of gratitude in our lives. Her presence in Raghunath's life speaks volumes about the spiritual significance of food and farming in Indian culture.